Hey, Professor Watanabe, it's Bovee. So, as you know, sometimes life's adventures take us to places that we didn't really expect it to take us. So, anyway, I accepted an offer to be a part of the theater staff here at the Old Mill Playhouse in lovely the Villages, Florida. Our 8 screens. But yeah, so I it's hard to believe we're almost to the end of the semester already, but I will be. I'm recording this early because I wanted you to be a part of the magic of our beautiful DCI compliant projector booth, and tell you that I really enjoy the semester, and hopefully before the stroke of midnight, PDT or PT, PS, PD, whatever, long day, 10 hours. Anyway, thank you again for everything this semester, and you'll have my thoughts and lovely video on YouTube very soon. Thanks, sir. Bye. Hey, Professor Watanabe, it's Bovee. It is. Thank you for the extra time. I can't tell you how bittersweet it is to be at this part of the semester, but I also hope that we will have a long professional relationship to bounce things off each other and stay a part of each other's journeys. In full disclosure, I don't have an MPEG file, but Jerry Goldsmith has always been a muse for me, and this was a movie that we released in, I want to say 1994, called The River Wild, and I think it's a great use of Jerry Goldsmith's talents. So I don't since the semester started in September, I don't think much has changed for me in my perception of the industry. It is an industry that I have loved since probably before I was born, and when I was 10 years old and informed my parents I wanted to work in the movie business, and so here I am. Like I say, I never really thought that I would be at this point outside of the commercial dynamic where I had time to reflect about what I wanted and what I wanted to do. So, Scott Stuber, STX, I can tell you how exciting it was to to see them spend all this money at CinemaCon like 3 years ago with this big tented thing with these young millennials with iPads and things getting theater information. I mean, all that information is available for free when you get a TDL, the Trusted Device List, so you didn't really need all that. But I get that Scott and those folks are very charismatic and had access to a lot of capital and necessarily don't know how to spend. I don't know. There's an innocence that's missing from the STX platform, and I think when you look back, and I've watched some of those movies today that were important to me growing up, and the one common element of all of them is, well, two, is innocence and curiosity. Go back and look at any of those top 100 movies: innocence, curiosity, curiosity, innocence. And I think part of where we are as an industry with, as you call them, the doldrums, is that we've been a part of a kind of a lopsided relationship for years, since the whole home video dynamic started with Betamax, with the lawsuit between Disney and Universal Laserdisc, as a slow early. Well, I did 8 Sony 8. I didn't do high 8, but I did do 8, SVHS, all those things. And I think eventually the public gets smart, or at least awakens to the fact that they're being used as a way to make more money to advance some R&D and additional products that they may not need. And then finally comes, after DVD, Blu-ray, 4HD, all these other things, along comes the most efficient way to deliver an experience at home that is, again, story-driven, that may or may not fit everybody's, that one-size-fits-all doesn't necessarily always work. But it certainly has become an eye-opening dynamic for people to realize that metrics, algorithms, box office, all this stuff that is so mysterious matters not. What matters is the relationship with people who come together. Almost like that I call it the sanctuary of cinema, where it truly is about that dynamic of storytelling and community. I was blessed in my life to work for Bob Sharon, who was the founder of Orion Pictures Distribution and also Fox Searchlight Distribution. An amazing man. And he left Fox Searchlight, he started a company called Popcorn Pictures. And we had been working with Carl Lumley's niece and her daughters to reimagine Uncle Carl's company as an innocent, free-spirited production and distribution platform. And I had lunch with Bob, and Bob said, "Mark, I'd love to work," because he had that from Boston with the soft dollars. He said, "Just remember, my big lesson that I learned with Popcorn Pictures was you've got to have production and distribution." And now with the Paramount consent decree sunsetting, maybe there's a way to bring that healthy dynamic. I don't know, maybe there is, maybe there's not, but I've had 3 calls in the last 2 days from filmmakers and theater owners who've all said, "Bovee, what are we going to do?" And to be sitting in the vortex of all that and having had heard all the great videos that you have posted, Professor Watanabe, makes me realize there is a new chapter. And I would love to be a part of leading that and championing that and making this next era of filmmaking and film distribution in the theatrical space and the digital space with people who want to work together and honor each other, much like the cast and crew of the amazing Ghostbusters Afterlife. I'll keep developing the Bay House, the series, in my creative space, because I think it's a great idea, and I will keep you in my heart and all of the great lessons that have been a part of the last many weeks of Cinema 111 at Valley College. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Professor. Have a great day. I'm going to turn it off right now. Where's the button? It's right there. Yeah.